Hi everyone, and welcome back to Keep the Peace. We're back with another Ninjago March 2024 set review. This time it's set number 71811, Arin's Ninja Off-Road Buggy Car. This set has 267 pieces, goes for $49.99 in dollars or euros, or $44.99 in pounds. We got this set sent to us by the LEGO Ambassador Network, but I will give you my fair and honest opinion about this set. And yeah, this set has quite the weird name and an even weirder price per part ratio, so let's look at the set itself. Here's the look at everything we get in this set. Of course, our main vehicle, that is the Arin's Ninja Off-Road Buggy Car. And of course, our minifigures, which are Cinder, one Wolf Mask Claw Warrior, we get Cole in his climber suit, and of course, Arin. Additionally, we also get the baby dragon Ryu. Let's start by looking at our minifigures. From left to right, we have Arin, Climber Cole, Cinder, and the Wolf Mask Claw Warrior. Arin uses the same design he had since Dragons Rising 2023. He has this little hoodie design with the cool dragon print on it, and an A in Ninjago, as well as the 2023 armor piece and his hood with the golden horns. Cole gets this all new climber suit. This figure is exclusive to the set. He has a super detailed print on his torso and legs with like climbing gear, different ropes and clips. He also has this new dual molded armor piece with golden details, as well as the hood and headpiece from last year. I really like how this hood and shoulder combo looks here, because with all the other ninja they are different colors, but here with Cole they are both in black, and I think it looks a bit more cohesive this way. Cinder and the Wolf Mask Warrior we've already seen in some of the January sets. Cinder has this swooshy Joker hair, a smoke-covered face that's printed on a trans black head, with the yellow of his skin being a bit grayish because of it being printed on a dark piece. The torso and legs have a detailed armor with the words Wolf Moon on it. He also gets this fur collar around his neck, and the print of his armor continues on the back. The Wolf Mask Warrior has a robe with the word Wolf on it. It's dark blue and purple. He has this dual molded mask piece, and this one also gets the shoulder armor and of course has the wolf symbol on the back of the torso. When we take away some of the accessories, we get a better look at all of these minifigures prints, especially the alternate faces too. The face print underneath the wolf mask shows this kind of masked design with the eyes of the Wolf Mask Warrior being visible. If we rotate them to the back, we can see all the wonderful back printing on these figures. Arin's has his name in Ninjago, Cole has a little tag with the letter C as well as more climbing gear, Cinder has his armor and the symbol on the Wolf Mask Warrior, as well as his alternate face with glowing eyes and teeth. While this set does not come with hair pieces for the ninja, I wanted to give you a look at how these work with these suits. And I think these look really nice. Honestly, I like this quite a bit more than the hood pieces, especially here for Cole. I'm not sure if Cole's hair fits on here perfectly, but it does work. And here's additionally how Cole looks with the headband version of his hairpiece, and I really like this one, especially with the orange headband. It kind of ties everything together really well. We also get a bunch of minifigure accessories in this set. We get one katana each for Arin and Cole, as well as one of these new climbing hook pieces. These have a cool dragon hood design here in the front, and they can be used to climb stuff with your minifigures. Cinder gets this awesome new dual molded sword piece. This is dual molded in gunmetal and trans red. It has this little symbol here on the hilt, which kind of looks like a drop of blood, maybe a reference to the blood moon. It's super cool and detailed. I really like this new piece. The Wolf Mask Claw Warrior of course gets the Wolverine claws. And finally, we have the one and only baby Ryu. It's a bit confusing why he's here actually, since he seems to be grown up now, but I'm always happy to get this wonderful piece. He has really nice prints for the scales and eyes here on both sides, and just overall is a super cool and detailed mold. Always happy to get it. Let's look at the actual Buggy. This set is mostly keyed orange and dark blue, maybe as a reference to the casual Arin design we got in Ninjago City markets. We of course have 4 massive wheels on this vehicle with a big windscreen in the middle, and there's a bit of a gap here in front between the 2 wheels. We can of course roll this vehicle around really nicely. It has some suspension in the back so we can bounce it up and down, even wobble it a bit side to side. It rolls around really well. This vehicle is pretty much symmetrical, with only some small differences like some stickers or where the steering wheel is placed, or the attachment for the chain in the back. We'll look at everything in a lot more detail of course, starting here in the front, where we of course have the pair of big rubber wheels. The front ones are in keyed orange and they have these massive rubber tires that roll on the ground really well. Between these front wheels we have this little gap with a blue tile up here. probably as a light, and we have these black bar pieces as some kind of bumpers here on the front. Inside we have this golden blade piece, and in the middle we use some roller coaster pieces in keyed orange, and behind it this new slope piece, probably also as some kind of bumper. For me, this area looks a little bit unfinished. There's a bunch of open studs here, and you can see some of these purple Technic pieces here on the side, which I don't know if that's an intentional color scheme choice or not. On the top here we have some grills and some extra studs. I think these can be quite useful to maybe place a minifigure or something. Looking at this area from the top, we can see that there's a sticker here on each side spelling out the word fast in Ninjago with a bit of a blocky font, as well as some kind of silver technical detail in the back. We also get these double ball joints here that hold onto the windscreen. Moving to the center, we have some armor with these textured wedge pieces. These are introduced in crystallized, and I think they always work quite well in Ninjago sets. There's a Nexonized shield here attached to the armor, and on both sides we have a sticker on these with some kind of technical detail on it. I also like how the windshield goes over this area. We have a little gap here on the side, but I think overall the shaping here is quite good. On the windshield itself, we have a little bit of a build with another sticker on the slope here. It spells out the word danger in Ninjago, and there's some kind of round detail here on the side. The windshield itself is of course a big trans orange piece, and I like how they added some extra detail here on top with this black bar piece. To open it up, we can very easily just hold onto here and just open the whole area up. The middle area is built with one of these big Speed Champion car bases. We have 2 seats because of that. Here in the middle there's this little red button. That might be the eject button for the big hook maybe. In the back here you can see these round pieces with the little axles here. This is where the hook attaches to the bottom of the car, but it also allows for the ninjas sitting in the vehicle to wear their armor pieces. In the front we have one sticker with some buttons and a little screen, maybe showing like the road ahead. And on the other side we have a steering wheel built with this handlebar piece, and it can be moved left to right as well as forward and backward. With all this out of the way, we can place 2 minifigures in here with Cole on the passenger seat for example, and Arin here in the driver's seat. And then we can close this whole area up, and I think it looks really nice how they sit in there. They can look out of the windshield quite comfortably. Behind the seats we have this cool engine details with this engine piece here and a little cone up here that can be angled up and down, as well as these curved pipes that can also be moved back and forth a little bit if you want to do that. We can also see a bit of purple and sand green here, and I wonder if that sand green is supposed to represent the sand green prints on casual Arin's pants. Might be a reference to that, might also just be like a random color usage. In the back here we have more of these rounded pieces connecting to the Technic construction for these panels that go over the wheels. We have these blue Technic panels with the little golden cone here in the front as a little detail, and on them we have this really cool sticker design that spells out Arin. At first I wasn't really sure which letter is which and how it goes, but I made this little graphic here to show you like how it writes out the name, and I think it's really cool how it's stylized. On the other side we have this super cute sticker of baby Ryu with this cartoonish design of him. It's really nice. It spells out Ryu here in the middle, but for some reason there's some random lines here on the left and right, or a little star or something maybe. It's kind of weird. This seems to be in-universe a sticker as well, as we can see this little corner here at the top where it looks like the sticker is peeling off a little bit. We have these 2 shooters on top here. These have really long brown bars in the back with these golden cones, and you can load up to 3 tiles in there, so you can push them on the back and shoot out all of them at once, or you can try to shoot them individually. The wheels on the back are the same piece, but this time in dark blue, and we of course once again have these massive tires. Looking in between the back wheels, we can see how they are connected with these cool long slope pieces here in dark blue, and of course here in the center we have the spring for the suspension. Behind it we have some red backlights and some grille details. Here on the right we have the chain for the hook attached. We can kind of flip this up and down so you can have it up so the chain doesn't drag on the ground, and you can also disconnect it and have it on the other side of course. From this angle you can also see really nice how the suspension works, and of course you can bounce it up and down. It's really cool. You can also kind of wobble it side to side a little bit. If we look at the full build from the bottom, we can see the big hook here of course with these new blade pieces. We can disconnect this whole construction here. You can see where it connects to these 2 axles, and then here in the back we have it attached to this chain. Here in the front we also have these bar pieces that kind of give the illusion of suspension. I think that looks quite nice, and you also get a better look at these blade pieces here in between. We can also see really well from here how this whole thing is built around one of these Speed Champion car bases. Here I can give you a better look at the hook. This is built with 2 of these new hook pieces, and we have the little axles here that connect it to the car. Of course, this is all connected to the chain, so we can hang the whole car from the chain and maybe even swing it around a little bit. This set comes with a bunch of spare pieces, of course. Most of this is extra ammo for the little tile shooters here on the back. We of course have a brick separator as well. We get 1 sticker sheet in this set. These big ones are a bit harder to place because you can't really place them along a border of a piece, so you kind of have to guess where to place them correctly. The set also has 1 instruction booklet with some ads for the other sets in the back, and my copy came with plastic bags. Okay, it's time to give my overall thoughts and opinions about this set, and generally this will mostly be a value discussion. The set itself is pretty standard. It's kind of your normal Ninjago car with the big tires. Suspension is really fun. It's a very solid build. It comes together quite nicely. Overall, it's not a bad build or anything. The big draw to the set is probably going to be the Cole minifigure. It's kind of mean that he's only exclusive to this set, and all the other figures in this set are in a bunch of other sets. It would have been really cool to get a new suit for Arin in an Arin set. But yeah, people are going to want the Cole figure, and right now it looks like he's only in this set, which, and let's get to the price, I think is way too expensive for what you get in this set. This set has 267 pieces and goes for $50. I know the justification on their part is probably there's a whole lot of really big and specialized pieces like the wheels, the tires, the windshield, these Technic panels. We have suspension, which is also a bit more complex piece because it has a metal spring, but I don't think that's worth that money. It has fun functions with the hook. It's kind of funny to have it hanging like that, to display it like this, but I do not think you get $50 worth of stuff here. The building experience of this is really simple. You're done really fast. The time it took me to build this is more of a set with that piece count, of course, with a $30 or $20 set. I was done really fast building this. And I also want to do some comparisons to some kind of similar sets. For example, I have here from 2019 Cole's Earth Driller, and this was the same price. It had the same amount of minifigures, and if you look at them side to side, you could say, okay, they're pretty similar in scale. Maybe it's just more part dense here. But you might forget that this set also came with this whole side build on top of it, and it has altogether more than double the amount of pieces this set has. For a more recent example, we of course have from Crystallized, the Cole car here, and these are also kind of similar in scale. This one might be a bit smaller. It also has pretty big tires, but not as big as this one, but it also was $5 cheaper. So yeah, I don't think even if you don't go with price per piece, even if you go with mass, the amount of stuff you get, I don't think this is worth $50. I think a fair price for this would maybe be between 30 and 40 somewhere, maybe 35, maybe even 37, but I wouldn't be comfortable paying more than that, so I personally wouldn't recommend picking this up at the price it's being sold at. Thank you all so much for watching my review. I hope you'll tune in for the next one. Thank you once again for the LEGO Ambassador Network for sending us these sets, and I hope to see you soon here on Keep the Peace. Bye!